What's up, guys? So I'm back with lots of updates. I have 3 crazy theories about the crime that happened over the weekend. They're still investigating this crime. The police is still trying to figure out what happened and what was the motive. But here are 3 of the biggest theories that people have said online, and they're not that crazy to actually think about them. So the first one is that Darian Brown, the 18-year-old that killed the 4-year-old Cash Gernon, it is said that he was dating Monica Sherrod. Monica is older, Darian's 18, but they have a connection, Monica's son. It is not that crazy to think that Monica, a meth head, because she was arrested in 2019 for a suspended license and they found methamphetamine on her. So obviously a meth head wouldn't have morals, so maybe she was dating Darian. And so if you look at the interviews of Monica and her son, both of them kind of seem like they're meth heads. The way they talk, their demeanor, their body language. And so maybe Darian was also into meth, and then also since Darian was dating Monica, he had access to both of the boys, and it is said that he was actually molesting the boys. I'm not sure if both or just Cash, but they are saying that he was being molested, and if that is true, that would be horrible because they moved in February and it's been like 4 months since then. And they said that night he actually took Cash out to the woods, maybe to molest him, but the police has not released that the murder happened in the woods. But that's where I think he probably killed him in the woods, because the jogger did not say there was a puddle of blood on the floor. The jogger just noticed a body or something on the floor, and they only recognized that it was a person with the hands and the feet, right? And she never really talked about blood other than the face. And if Darian would have killed Cash out in the street, there would have been a big puddle of blood. Well, I mean, not that big, because I mean Cash was 4 years old, but there would have been enough blood for there to be a puddle to be noticeable. But the jogger did not talk about the blood, so I am gonna say that the wood theory is correct, but we don't know what happened out in the woods. The second theory is that Trevor, the dad, never left. So Trevor, the dad of Cash, of the twins, never left Dallas and was actually at the house the day of the murder and was actually cohorting Darian to kill the twins. Darian's mom says that Darian had a mental illness, so if he did, maybe he was easily manipulated to commit this crime. Or Trevor, especially I'm gonna assume that Trevor is actually a meth head as well, because you know how meth heads travel in packs. Usually people that do drugs usually connect with other people that do drugs, and maybe Trevor, Monica, and Darian were all doing drugs, and then they just came up with this idea to kill the twins. Also, they're saying that Trevor didn't want to give his wife, the bio mom, the kids back, so he decided to kill them instead. Monica Sherwood is coming out and saying with the claims that the kids did not know the mom, that the mom was a trucker, that she drove all day, right? She didn't even want to call them on Christmas, and that if they showed the twins a picture of the mom, the kids would not recognize the mom from the picture. There's conflicting theories, because the bio mom is saying that she was looking for them and that she did not know anything that was going on about what Monica said, that Trevor had left February. I'm having a hard time believing anything that Monica says after her interview, that she looked like she was really high or messed up, and after knowing that she was actually arrested with the possession of methamphetamine. So I really don't believe anything that Monica says at this point. And also, Monica's very shady to me, because she actually made a GoFundMe page to raise money to help the funeral, but people online were attacking her and saying, you don't even have the kids anymore, you don't have the body of the twins anymore, so why are you creating this account? And she said, I'm gonna give the money to CPS, all the funds are gonna go to them, I'm not gonna pocket any of the money. But the bio mom is saying that Monica was trying to get some cash out of this situation, and currently the twin boy that didn't die is actually with his bio mom. And also, the bio mom, Melinda Seagrove, said that Monica is banned from the funeral and she could not go to Cash's funeral, which tells me a lot. Which leads me to the last theory. Third theory is that Darian did not act alone, and he was accompanied by somebody that recorded the murder, and now the police actually have the recordings of that night of Darian killing. And that theory is just out there. People say that. I personally believe the theory now that Trevor might might have been an accomplice and that he never left Dallas, that he was actually there that night, especially since, here's the thing, he posted a picture of the twins on May 7th. Yeah, it could have been an old picture, but if Monica said that Trevor hadn't seen the twins since March or whenever he left, then why is he taking a picture and posting it on May 7th? And another suspicious thing about Trevor is that that's the only picture on his Facebook feed of the twins. All the other pictures are selfies, that he's self-conceited obviously, but none of the other pictures are of the twins. So maybe he was premeditating this murder and saying, let me post this picture of me with my kids so people can see that I'm a good dad. But the sad thing is that none of the other pictures before that show that he had 2 twin boys, which is sad. I mean, I'm not his friend on there, but just what it shows on the time feed that's not private, all the other pictures are not of the twins. And what a coincidence that on May 7th you decide to post it, and then like a week later your kids are murdered, or one is murdered and the other one was about to be murdered. But I don't know, it's a very weird situation because, okay, they say that Darian Brown had mental illness, but he was smart enough or bright enough to change his shirt, because I'm pretty sure after stabbing a little kid multiple times there's gonna be blood on your shirt, and so he decided to switch that out before going back to get the second twin. So what do y'all think? Now my mind is thinking that Trevor was a part of it, the dad, and it's a really sad situation for the kids. I really feel bad. Just they lived a bad life if he was being molested, and if they live in that bad house. I mean, just alone living in that horrible, deplorable conditioned house, I feel bad. But what do y'all think? I'm gonna be making an update as soon as more updates come out. Leave a comment, subscribe. Thanks.